Hi everyone, I've got my DJI Ronin RS3 Pro here and I really like using this gimbal. I sometimes use it with the Steadymate RS. I'm going to do some more videos on that. It's like a Steadicam. It's made by Steadicam, or the people that make Steadicam, and it fits the gimbal on it, giving me the best of both worlds, and I'll show you more about that. But gimbals are great if you've got mirrorless cameras. So this is the R5 Mark II, the Canon EOS R5 Mark II, and it's great for fitting on here. And a key important thing about gimbals is being able to balance it. Now, one of the things I do like doing is having a bit more extra power in here. So I put the battery grip on. And then when I'm balancing, it's now kind of a bit top heavy and makes it a bit harder to balance. So let me just put it on and show you. The other thing I also do is occasionally I might use it with this, and cameras like this, which it does work on. This is the EOS C70, also by Canon, and it becomes a bit top heavy. And for that, when you're balancing, you're then trying to do things like move this down here, and you might not have enough here. So let me just put this on, because what I'm going to do ultimately is put on a counterbalance to help this. So if I put this on here, okay, and if I was to go and balance it, so I'm just making sure, let's get things out of the way here. Let's just loosen this. So when I do, you'll see it's going to tip forward. Let's just do a quick balance here. And I am aware I haven't put any cables or anything on here, although I've got the Raven eye underneath. But if I go here, wow, that's really out. So what I need to do is lower this. So I'm going to just lower that down to here, and let's just see. Oh, now it's very front heavy, so I need to sort of come up a bit, but it's not giving me as much play. And on something like this camera here, the C70, I might actually just run out of space there, and it's kind of down here on the limits. And if I do that, that's not too bad. But it is actually better if I've got a counterbalance on here. So let me just lock this. And particularly for when it's got more things on here and it becomes heavy, or maybe I've got a heavier lens on. So what I got was this small rig counterbalance that just goes onto the plate down here. It just slides on really easily. And it's got these counterbalances it came with. These are 100 grams each. They just screw together, okay, like that. And these do work really well. So I can put those on. And if I put them on the back here, what you're thinking is it going to hit the back of the gimbal? By the way, this is useful for the other Ronin RS ones as well. So I'm going to put the link at the bottom and you can have a look. So if I was to just flip that round, you can now see I'm just going to loosen this. Plenty of room just there. Well, just about maybe plenty of room, because I am now going to have to move this up. Okay, and I'm going to do that properly in a minute. So let's just quickly give it a bit of a balance. Now this does slide backwards and forwards because I can just loosen this just here. I can also put it on the front depending on what I like. So the other thing I can do, let me just take this off because it's easier to do. I also have a 200 gram one, and some people use two 200 grams here. I'm just going to use the 200 and the 100. So it's kind of counterbalancing it well. So I'm just going to put that on. And really, it's not adding a significant amount of weight to all of this. Yes, this is now 300 and a bit heavier, but let's just pop that on there. And now if I go to balance it, let's just see what this is like. It's tipping forward, so let's go back. So it's giving me a bit of extra leeway. Now, the other times I've tried this, it has taken it all the way down to the bottom here without any leeway at all. Let's just see if I can just move this forward a bit. I need to move these weights back a bit. There we go. So there we go. That's kind of coming together, just a little bit more of a tweak. Let's just lock that. How's that doing? It's going back a little bit. So let's just move that here. Okay, so this is all in the balancing. Almost there. I could look at my balance on the other axes, but I did this before and I happen to know they're all good. So that's what the counterbalance does. And just to point out again, look at how much clearance I've got there. That's a lot of clearance. So this really does help. Now, the heavier the camera, the more top heavy it is, the better this is. So I like having the battery grip on there. It does allow me to also change batteries quickly. If I had just this on here and I was trying to get the battery out, this might be in the way and I've got to take it off. Obviously, it's got 2 batteries in there. So it's actually allowing me a little more power anyway. Well, double the amount of power. Do you know what it's like? You're gimbaling away and you run out of power right in the middle of a key shot. So this does really help as well. So there you go. That's what I think is a useful investment, is this here. If you do think that this might help you, I do think this is a good little investment here. So as I said, I'm going to put the links below. You can have a look at that. I'm also, as I mentioned, the SteadyMate RS. I'm going to do some videos on that, so do come back for more. If you do like this, please do like, share and subscribe and come back for more.